Welcome back. It's time for another T-SQL Tuesday, number 107. In fact, if you're unfamiliar with T-SQL Tuesday, it's the monthly SQL Server community writing prompt where everyone kind of talks about the same topic. And this month's prompt is asking to share your project horror stories. Oh man, looks like the power went out. Let me just grab my phone. Oh, there we go. Let's try this again. So the project horror story I want to talk about is actually about this weekly video. This is my blog and video, right? So I post these every Tuesday and I keep myself to a pretty strict timeline. So every Tuesday morning I try to publish something, which means throughout the rest of the week I need to stay on track and make sure, okay, I need to think of an idea, I need to outline my post, create my demos, write my post, film my video, edit my video, and then publish that all before the next Tuesday. And while that works great most of the time, some weeks I've definitely struggled, especially earlier on. Right, so this one time I was planning to write a post about table-driven query processes, table-driven processes. This is a topic that I'm extremely familiar with. I've built plenty of table-driven processes out before, so I thought, wow, what a great idea for a blog post. So I started coding these demos and everything was going great. I built out the main features, or started building out, the tables I would need, the execution stored procedures to run these table-driven events, and that was going fine. The problem started when I then got sidetracked and I was really excited to build this, but I started adding additional features that maybe weren't really critical to that one blog post that week. Like what I mean is I started writing functions for logging and SQL injection protection and parameterizing more of the queries and things. I was keeping my tables to make them even more dynamic and fluid. I mean, these are all great things and to include in the post. The problem was, by the time I finished, adding some of those, it was already like later in the week, Thursday, Friday, and by that point I normally have my demo and my blog post done. And then I had some other stuff going on. I forget what was going on that weekend, but I basically couldn't work on it again until late Saturday afternoon, and that's when I realized I didn't really finish any of my demos. I got sidetracked working on all these other cool features and other parts of the project that I didn't focus on the main content that I needed for my blog for that weekend. And that created a super stressful situation because normally by Sunday afternoon I'm either finished editing my video or just finishing it up and ready to upload it to YouTube. And at this point I didn't even have my demos completed. So this is definitely a story of time mismanagement as well as scope creep, right? Adding all those additional features that I didn't need. And in that particular scenario, I ended up just doing a different blog post for that week. I keep a list of certain, SQL Server Management Studio tips and tricks that I know I can quickly film and write a blog post for to get myself out of a pinch, like in that case. But I was really disappointed with it because I really saw it as a failure of my project. Now I know this is just for like my hobby. I do this for fun. I do this to become better at presenting, better at writing and communicating clearly, but it was still really disheartening to kind of miss my deadline. Not as bad as some, multi-million-dollar IT projects that I've heard, others have problems with big project failures in that sense, but this was a true personal failure because I did such a bad job of kind of planning out my week and meeting those midweek milestones that I needed to hit in order to be able to deliver by Tuesday. So thanks for joining me this week. I guess moral of the story is, if you fail, it's better to fail fast and just kind of, keep going, do something else. I hope to be able to continue doing that and, well, not continue failing, hopefully learn from my mistakes and fail less going forward, and continue delivering you weekly SQL Server and programming related videos like next week, which I don't know what the topic is yet, but I'll be sure to figure that out. So thanks for joining me and I'll see you next time. Oh man, my phone battery just died. What the heck?